Hi, I'm Lisa, and this is An Appetizing Life. And each week I bring you cooking and lifestyle videos to help you live your most appetizing life. Today I have a super easy recipe. Actually, it's two recipes. One is a pan-seared chicken cutlet, and the other is a green bean and mushroom dish with scallions, garlic, and fresh thyme. And the best part about it is you only need one skillet to make both of them, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm gonna get started with the green beans and the mushrooms first, and I have to get the water started because we're gonna blanch the green beans so they're not too chewy or too hard, but still crisp. So I pulled out my pasta pot, which is gonna be great for this. I'm gonna add some kosher salt, and if it looks like it's a lot, you want it to be salty like the sea, your water. So salty like the sea. I don't know where I heard that, it sounds good. So back to the green beans. I've already started to trim some of them. Really easy, we're just gonna take off those little nibs, these little things. I don't know why I called them nibs, I just made that up. I'm sure there's a technical cooking term for them. The little ends. I'm gonna add some scallion, or you can green onion, whichever you call it, to this. And we're gonna clean this up and cut it. Take that top off. You can save this for compost if you want. Use the green too. I'm gonna strip off a little fresh thyme that's from my garden, and I'm gonna give that a little fine chop. Okay, I'm distracted. I hear the water boiling really fast right now, but before we get to blanching the green beans, I have the mushrooms, and you guys, I cheated. I bought them already sliced, which is perfectly fine. If you do buy them whole, remember to just wipe them off with a slightly damp towel, never rinse them because it's too much moisture. And then you can slice them and obviously take the little stems off. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta do things a little easy, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put these in to blanch them. I have a very large, oh, I'm strong, a very large bowl, look at that. Woo. A very large bowl of ice water. So we're gonna blanch these in here for like a very short period of time, maybe like a minute. And then take them out and dump them in there to stop them from cooking. And this will keep them crisp. It'll keep it having a nice bright green color, so it looks really pretty on the table. And it won't be too hard and stringy, because I don't like stringy green beans. Comment below if you don't like stringy green beans too, and try saying that really quickly. Stringy green beans. There. Let me know. Okay, we got our green beans. We'll put them in there. And I know I said a minute, let's do this for 2 minutes, just to be sure. My iPhone doesn't work for me anymore. It's the update. All right, I'm gonna move this closer to me. And look at those, look how bright green they are. And we're just gonna put them in the ice water, and that will stop them from cooking. And the beans, like I said, are bright green in color, and they're not gonna be too stringy. I am going to transfer them back to the bowl. I want to start to dry them as much as I can before I put them in the pan. I pulled out my cast iron skillet. This thing is heavy. So I'm gonna let this heat up for a little while, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes, because I want it hot. So while my cast iron is heating up, I want to cut and smash my garlic. So let's trim that off. And I'll give it a little bit more of a smash. And that's gonna go in the pan just for a little more flavor along with the thyme. All right, my pan is good and hot. I'm gonna add that butter in there. Woo, hello. And the oil. And let's bring those mushrooms in. I'm just trying to soften these up so they get to be a little bit golden brown. Starting to get a nice caramely brown color there. It smells good in here. So now I'm gonna add in the green onion, the garlic, the thyme, And I'm gonna add those green beans in now. Make sure not to get too much water that's left in the bottom. And if you need a little more oil, you can add some in there. Totally up to you. And let's add a little salt in that. A little bit of pepper. And I just want to mix this all together and basically warm the green beans up again. So I'm going to add these to a platter on the end because we're going to use the same skillet to cook the chicken. So I set the green beans and mushrooms aside and I covered them just so they stay warm because this chicken's going to go really quickly. So I have chicken cutlets and I'm going to make sure that they are as even as possible. That'll make them cook fast and evenly. So I have my little mallet and I just want to flatten them out. There. I'm going to season these with a little salt and pepper on both sides. And I'm going to get my stove going. I'm going to use the same pan I used before, only because I'm using a lot of the same ingredients. We have thyme in here, we'll have some garlic in here, and that little leftover onion is just going to add to the flavor. Once again, I'm going to smash some garlic for added flavor. And we'll pop that in the pan with the oil. And the thyme I'm just going to put in whole. I'm not going to strip it, and it's just to add flavor to the oil. So we're going to add more olive oil in there and add in that garlic, thyme, and I'm just going to scoop that around to add a little more flavor. And let's put those cutlets in. Just a little hint if you use cast iron, because this sucker is hot and I'm always moving my pans around. Get one of these little protector things, then you can lift the pan. So I flip these and you cook them about 3 minutes per side, 3 to 4 minutes depending on the thickness, but that's why we pounded it. So I'm going to turn the heat off because these are ready, and I'm going to take them out. And I'm going to let them rest for a little bit before I add them to the plate with the vegetables. So these have been resting. I'm just going to add that to the green beans. And this is a super easy weeknight dinner. Chicken cutlets with green beans and mushrooms. And I have a little thing that you can do with it for leftovers. Should you have any leftovers? Take the chicken cutlet, cut it into cubes, make some brown rice, and make a bowl. Something different the next day. Take it to work for lunch or something. If you like this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time in the next video. If you're mad at somebody, this is good therapy. Just kidding, not really.